Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of the day 3 of the 2023 Illinois Short Course Senior Championships. I am Derek Ammerman, and I am going to be your commentator tonight, and we are bringing you some awards from last night, as there were some time discrepancies in the 100 fly. We are bringing you the top 9 from yesterday's 100 fly in the female division, and finishing in 9th place from Reach, we've got Maggie Nowak. In 8th place from FMC, we have Haley Johnson. In 7th from Swift, we've got Isabella Rosenbargus. In 6th from Bloomington Normal, we've got Allie Straub. In 5th from the Wolfpack, we've got Maya Arroyo. In 4th from Hinsdale, we've got Amy Duhamel. In 3rd from Hinsdale, we've got Kit Schneider. And your co-champions from Patriot, Milena Boesma and Isabella Chow from the Chicago Wolfpack. A really, really dynamic finish on that. I mean, it was a 3-way race for first, and Isabella and Milena tied for first, so that was a really good swim last night. Congratulations, Isabella and Milena. they will be doing the national anthem, and then after that, we will be getting started with the women's 200-yard IM. There will be 3 final heats in each individual race tonight, along with 1 heat of the relays, the 400 medley relays. So, and we will be back here after the national anthem. Got it. And welcome back. We are going to begin with the C final for the women's 200 IM. In lane 1, we've got Elise Newlands from New Trier Aquatics. In lane 2, we've got Vicky Serdikia from Palatine. In lane 3, we've got Lily Sandor from Patriot. In 4, we've got Maya Dobry from FMC. In 5, we've got Academy Bullets, Olivia Moore. In 6, we've got Rosie Jania from NASA. In 7, we've got Maeve Zerkota from Hinsdale, Ellie Egan from Rise in 8, and Emily Weingus from FMC in 9. Looks like right now we've got a little bit of an outside smoke with Emily, and then you've got Olivia Moore there coming out 1-2, 27-0, 27-3. Right now I'm curious to see which one of these girls is going to be the best breaststroker in the group. It's been my opinion over the past few years that the best 200 IMers are usually breaststrokers. It looks like Emily Weingast from FMC is really out strong. She's got herself a little bit of a lead. I'd say that Zerkota from Hinsdale had probably the second best backstroke. Weingust out under a minute. But per Zerkota, breaststroke looks really, really sharp so far. And then you've got Sandor over in lane 3 who's pushing her. And Rosie Jania, by all means. Rosie Jania is coming along really well. Great breaststroke from her. I know her sister Mary had a great breaststroke as well. She's going to take the lead here at the 150 mark. 35-3 on that split for Rosie. That's really good. Coming home. And Rosie at least held my contention to be true that the breaststrokers are usually the best 200 IMers, and she had the fastest split by almost 2 seconds. But Perzakota from Hinsdale giving her a nice race at the end here. It looks like it's going to be Jania, Perzakota, and then, oh, wow, look at Newlands from New Trier coming in. Oh, she touches Perzakota out by just a little bit. We've got Jania, 208.56. Newlands 208.89 and Perzakota 209.20. In our B final, Allie Straub from Bloomington Normal in lane 1. Isabella Rosenbergus from Swift Aquatics in 2. Eden Gutch from FMC in 3. Academy Bullets Anna Doherty in 4. Hinsdale's Amy Duhamel in 5. Shay Donovan from Patriot in 6. Elizabeth Naraki from Academy Bullets in 7. Lily Nesson from BR Ryle in 8. And Amy Andrus from Patriot rounds out the field in lane 9. Know that Rosenbargus and Duhamel already received their awards from the and Ali Straub in the from the 100 fly last night, so we know they're going to take it out strong. Nice quick start. Looks like Eden Goach, with her long, lean form, is going to be out first. Wow, she has got some really good underwaters. Let her underwaters take her. Eden, followed by Rosenbergus and Duhamel. And then Ali Straub for the top 4 right now. 25-8 for Gotch. And incidentally, if I butcher or massacre somebody's name, feel free to let us know exactly what the name is, and we'll be sure to correct it. Goach still with a nice lead. Ali Straub making her way down in lane 1. Looks like Amy Duhamel with a really good suicide turn. So now we'll look to see if any of the breaststrokers take off. Looks like Ali Straub's keeping up the lead. Looks like Donovan and Duhamel are right there with her. Donovan looks like the breaststroker that's out in front right now. So it looks like Donovan, then Straub, and then Duhamel. Let's see who brings it home in the freestyle. Yeah, those 3 are going to be competing for the championship of the B final here. Right now, it looks like Donovan's going to barely edge out Duhamel, and then Straub's going to take 3rd. Nice swims, 205.21. Oh, excuse me, 204.86 for Donovan. 205.21 for Amy Duhamel, and then Ali Straub in 3rd with 206 flat. So nice job, ladies. Now it's time for the championship heat of the women's 200 IM. Your championship heat. In lane 1 from Hinsdale, we've got Imogen Duffy. In 2 from Hinsdale, we've got the breaststroke champion Caroline Kramer. In 3 from Rise Aquatics, we've got Isabella Ramos. In 4 from FMC, we've got Burlington Bocos. In 5 from CWAC, we've got the high school state champ Julietta Tracy. In 6 from Academy Bullets, we've got Bridget McGann. In 7 from St. Charles, we've got Enya Linson. In 8 from Palatine, we've got Vera Connick. And in 9 from Academy Bullets, we've got Haley Vilcek. This is going to be an interesting race. We know that Kramer and McGann are really, really good breaststrokers. Vera Connick's backstroke is one of the best I've seen. Enya Linson's doesn't seem to have an off-stroke, neither does Julietta Tracy. So this should be a very interesting race to see who's at the front at the fly, the back, the breast, the free. So usually it goes to the people who don't really have a weak stroke. But like I've always said, usually breaststrokers are the ones who are better at 200 IM. And they're off. It's like a pretty even field at the 25. You got McGann and Tracy along with Bocos. got Haley Vilcek up there in lane 9 who's pushing the field pretty good. They turn at 26-3, 26-4, 26-4 for the top 3. This is where I'd see somebody like Vera Connick take a step up, and she's doing just that. She was in 6th place after the fly, and she is at least in 4th and might be in 1st at the end of this backstroke. She'll be pretty close. Looks like Julietta Tracy tied with Bocos there, and then Vera Connick 3rd, along with McGann right there. So I would expect in this one to see Caroline Kramer probably do a little catching up here. But it still looks like the top 3 are right there where they are. You got Tracy, McGann, and Bocos all right there. Ramos is staying nice and steady. But right now, you got to give the edge right now to McGann. But Julietta Tracy is a phenomenal freestyler. But right now, McGann seems to be holding the edge. Should be a really, oh, look at Bocos staying right with him. So Tracy and, oh, wow, Bridget McGann's underwaters off that wall helped her to more than likely, Julietta, Julietta Tracy by 1/100th of a second. Came back on the end. 201.75, Bridget McGann, 201.76, Burlington Bocos 3rd with 202.79. That's as close a race as you can get without an actual tie. That was awesome, ladies. Good job. Now we're up to the men's 200 IM. Swimming in lane 1 from Academy Bullets, we've got Ryan O'Connor. In 2 from Fox Valley, we've got Chase Meyer. In 3 from Lions, we've got Garrett Walls. In 4 from Hinsdale, we've got Mitch Nemec. In 5 from Fox Valley, Sam Lohman. In 6 from Palatine, we've got Matt Stelmazek. Sorry if I mispronounce these names. St. Charles, one of my favorite names, we got Kane Kriz. In lane 8, we've got Carter Tiv from Glenbrook. And rounding out the field in lane 9, we've got Jackson Heinlein Perceau from CWAC. Looks like Stelzmazik and Walls are the first 2, 24-3, 24-9. Carter Tiv is really pushing this backstroke. Wow. Yeah, look at those underwaters. He's getting out past the red. I love it. I want to see more of that, Carter. Stelzmazik and Mitch Nemec. So now, I know that Nemec's a pretty good breaststroker, so he's starting to take over. Carter Tiv's right there with him. Right now it's Mitch Nemec and Carter Tiv, your 1-2. Stelmazak in 3rd. Yeah, Mitch Nemec is starting to run away with this a little bit. 32-1 split. Next closest to him was 33-3 by Kane Kriz, but this race is all Mitch Nemec and Carter Tiv. Let's see if Carter Tiv can catch Nemec on that end. Doesn't look like there's going to be enough real estate. And Stelmazik is making a nice furious charge at the end. Mitch Nemec, 155.26. Carter Tiv, 155.96. And Stelmazak in 3rd from Palatine, 156.29. So nice race, fellas. About 2-second drop for Nemec and Carter Tiv. Our next B final, we've got Kenneth Wills, who is who wasn't even planning on swimming at 200 IM as at sectionals in high school, and he ended up getting on there, making it to state. Luke Wyrick from Wheaton in 2. Academy Bullets Mason Smith in 3. Ethan Schrader from Fox Valley in 4. Ryan Fours, FMC, 5. Michael Wyrocki from Glenbrook in 6. Parker Chan, FMC, in 7. Kasparis Venzlakis from Reach in 8. And Luke Martins rounding out the field, Fox Valley in 9. Looks like Fours and Wyrocki right now with the early lead. Then you got Martins also from Fox over there in lane 9, and Chan out, both of them 23-8, 24-0. Then 24-1 for Martins over in lane 9. Wyrocki with the lead off the 75 of the backstroke. Parker Chan right with him, and as well as Fours, Ryan Fours. I'm curious to hear what the land thinks about the suicide turn as opposed to the spin bucket turn. Looks like the suicide spin, or the suicide turn's becoming really popular with a lot of the swimmers nowadays. Right now, Ethan Schrader has really brought himself back up, but that underwater by Wyrocki was fantastic. That was really nice. So Wyrocki with the lead, followed by Schrader and Fours. Coming in on the home stretch. Looks like it's Wyrocki is going to take this race. Ethan Schrader. And then it looks like Ryan Fours is going to end up coming in third, but Wyrocki's underwaters are really, really nice. That's what kept him in and ended up helping him to win this race. Ethan Schrader second, Fours third, and then Luke Martins out in lane 4, fourth. So you got 154.07, 150 for Wyrocki, 154.57 for Schrader, 155.27 for Fours, and then Martins out there in lane 9 with a 155.40. 2-second drop for him on that one, so nicely done. And now it's up to the old A final. Swimming for St. Charles in lane 1, we've got Kyle Algrim. In Hinsdale 2, we've got Nate Harris. In 3 from Glenbrook, we've got Colin Zhang. FMC's Jeffrey Hu in 4. His teammate from FMC, Brady Johnson, the top seed, in 5. Jaden Gamilla from Hinsdale in 6. Henry Guo from Hinsdale in 7. Charlie Tracy, the winner of the 400 IM last night, in lane 8. And Matt Vatev from Hornet Swim Club in lane 9. You've got a variety of kids who can swim all the different strokes. I don't see really any clear pot or champ. I know that Jeffrey Hu was out there in the IM for high school state for Hinsdale Central. Henry Guo also out there. Gamilla is just an outstanding all-around swimmer, as is Brady Johnson. So this could be a really tight race. There's really no weak swimmer in this field, and this promises to be a heck of a race. So I know that Jeffrey Hu last night when he was swimming his fly, he did the last 25 underwaters and did not take a breath the entire last 25, and you got to train really well to do something like that. Right now, he is second, a tenth behind Jaden Gamilla. And then rounding on third is Henry Guo. Looks like Jaden's using his power as backstroke. He's got himself a really good lead right now. Does that suicide turn. Comes off 51-2. Next closest to him was Charlie Tracy over there in lane 8 with a 52-3. Gamilla is just starting to separate himself from the pack a little bit. Colin Zhang's really got a really nice looking breaststroke going on here. But Jaden Gamilla is over a body length ahead of the rest of the field. He comes out 122.2. And then you got Zhang, who was 30.71. He went 123.9. So he was by far the fastest split. Gamilla was 30.99. But this is all Jaden Gamilla. Solid back half by Colin Zhang. And it looks like Brady Johnson's going to be pushing for third along with Charlie Tracy. 148.95 for Gamilla. Really nice swim. Colin Zhang, 150.25. Tracy just touching out Brady Johnson, 151.41 to 151.45. So, thank you. And our next event will be the women's 50 freestyle. We've got Phoebe Parlberg from Hinsdale in 1, Karina Miller, FMC in 2, Abby Collins, Patriot 3, her teammate Isabel Gatone in 4. Academy Bullets Claire Conklin, who not only had to swim once, but swam twice in a swim-off against Kenna Malinowski, is in lane 5. Sophie Tuanellis in 6 from Rise. Brooke Eliason, Highland Park in 7. Brooke Manicky, lane 8 FMC, and Zara Bolton in lane 9. Looks like Claire Conklin and Tuanellis are out. But right now it could be an outside smoke. Lane 8 looks like it's going to be the winner. Yeah, 23.9 for Brooke Manicky. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was a tie. So it was a tie between Claire Conklin and Brooke Manicky, Academy Bullets and FMC. Tuanellis third, 24.0. Collins from Patriot, 24.0. And Miller from FMC, 24.0. That was a quick, nice grouping race. Kenna Malinowski, the winner of the double swim-off earlier. BNSC in 1. Maya Arroyo from CWAC in 2 has some really good underwaters. Marin Shimkus, New Trier in lane 3. Tess Stavropoulos in 4 from St. Charles. Really cool kid. Aria Grossenbach from Patriot in 5. Her teammate Stephanie Korova in 6. Her teammate Isabella Wilhelm in 7. Tierney Linehan from NASA in 8. And Jasmine Morgan from CWAC in 9. You want to have, in a 50 free, you want to have the perfect start, perfect turn, and perfect finish. If you don't have any of those, you are not going to win. It is pretty much that simple. Coming off the wall, it looks like definitely Korova has the advantage. And then you got Maya Arroyo in lane 2, and then Kenna Malinowski in 3. Oh, wow. Okay, Korova, 23.66. Arroyo, 23.69. Linehan, 23.79. Tess Stavropoulos, 4th in 23.80. So good race, ladies. And our A final. Some of the fastest girls in the state right here. We've got Jenna Kerr, the Barrington distance stud in lane 1. Eden Gutch, who already swam in the IM earlier, in 2 from FMC. Brooke Corrigan, Rockford Marlins in 3. Schneider from Hinsdale in 4. Katie Keene, your top seed, 2282. Along with Annika Park from Patriot Aquatic Club in 6. Isabel Chow is CWAC in 7. Hinsdale Swim Club's Camille Zenas in 8. And Becky Rentz in lane 9. We've got 3 girls that are under 23. This is going to be a really tight race. I know that Annika Parkey was 200 free and the 100 fly state champion this year, setting a record for the IHSA. And your 50 free state champ was Kit Schneider from Hinsdale. So, you know, they're going to be good. And then Katie Keene just brings a lot of fast swimming with her. So, it's all about the start, turn, and finish in the 50. I can tell you right now, Kit Schneider got off that block great. Eden, yep, Kit, Eden, you got Keene and Park all together. And you've got Chow. I'm going to give it to, oh, wow. That was a great race. Kit Schneider with the win, 22.78. Annika Parkey, 22.79. Katie Keene, 22.84. Isabel Chow, 22.92. So really, really quick. Really quick. That's 4 under 23. That's really quick. Henry Guo, who just got done swimming the 200 IM, now is in lane 1 in the 50. Lane 2 from Sullivan down south. One of my guys, Ethan Schmoe. FMC's Alex Lakin in 3. His teammate Max Goach. His sister just got done swimming in 4. Danny Castle, Patriot 5. Enzo Desviat Ruiz in 6. Arjavir Gupta in 7. Brody Marcet in 8. And Ariel Finkelstein from Coho in lane 9. Right now, it's anybody's race. That is, I'd give it to the advantage to lanes 3, 4, and 6. And okay, so we got Goach, who touches out everybody, 21.26. Enzo Desviat Ruiz from Patriot in second, 21.35. Castle from Patriot, 21.36 for third. All right, we've got B finals. Stevie Grudd from CWAC in lane 1. Quinn Collins, who got dove on yesterday, in lane 2 from Rise. In lane 3 from St. Charles, we got Jacob Gramer. FMC's Noah Priest in 4. Joey Countryman in lane 5 for CWAC. Patriots, Kevin Abochi in 6. Marco Trajanovsky from Lions in 7. Kurt Pennell from Reach in 8. And Jack Larson from FMC in 9. Really good starts. Kind of looks like lane 6 is out first. He got through the turn first. Boy, he really wants it. Kevin Abochi is just, wow, that's 20.67. That is a really good swim for Abochi. Joey Countryman second, 21.19, followed by Noah Priest from FMC, who's third, 21.24. Quinn Collins, 21.27, ended up fourth. Can't go wrong with a good sprint. And now we're moving on to the final heat. The finalists get ready to walk out. You've got Andrew Gilbert from Hinsdale in 1. Jonathan Wang from Hinsdale in 2. Max Listina from NASA in 3. Vidar Karlbaum from Hinsdale in 4. Swimming unattached, Connor Groya in 5. Glenbrook's Dominic Mazurek in 6. Aiden Musso from FMC in 7. Bryce Loger from Reach in 8. And Carter Fask from Elmhurst Aquatics in lane 9. I know that, at least from my individual perspective, it's going to be interesting to see Connor Groya go up against Vidar Karlbaum as 2 past and present state champions. Dominic Mazurek. Aiden Musso being announced. Bryce Loger and Carter Fask. So, I want to see who gets off the block quickest. Everybody got off that block really well. Looks like Groya has the early lead, but not by much. Musso is right with him off that wall. It looks like Musso's got the advantage here. And Mazurek, looks like it's going to be Musso. Nice, 20.52. Mazurek, 20.65. Karlbaum, 20.7. Groya, 20.87. Listina, 20.95. You had 5 guys under 21. That's a pretty solid final right there. So we are going to take a little bit of a break. We will come back to do the awards, and then after that we will move on to our next event, which will be the women's 200 breaststroke. And welcome back to our broadcast. We are going to present the awards for the women's 200 IM. This was a really tight race at the end. Your top finishers. Swimming for Rise Aquatic Club, finishing in 9th place. We've got Isabella Ramos. In 8th place from Hinsdale, you've got Imogen Duffy, 206.03. 7th place from Academy, you've got Haley Vilcek, 206 flat. In 5th from Hinsdale, you've got Caroline Kramer. In 4th from Palatine, you've got, 5th with a time of 2:05.11, Vera Connick. In 4th from St. Charles, 2:05.02, you've got Enya Linson. In 3rd from FMC, 2:02.79, you've got Burlington Bocos. And 2nd from Academy Bullets, finishing just 100th behind, you've got Bridget McGann. And your 200 IM senior state champion from Chicago Wolfpack with a time of 2:01.75, Julietta Tracy. Julietta and Bridget seem to like to have a little fun up on the award stand. Except they're not looking at the crowd to get their photos, so I might have to talk to them about that in a little bit. Good job, ladies. We will be back here momentarily for the men's 200 IM awards. And now the awards for the men's 200 IM. Finishing in 9th place with a time of 1:54.27 from Hornet, you've got Matt Vatev. In 8th from St. Charles, 1:53.99, you've got Kyle Algrim. In 7th from Hinsdale with a time of 1:52.86, Nate Harris. In 6th, his teammate, 1:52.76, you've got Henry Guo. In 5th, from FMC, 1:52.57, Jeffrey Howe. His teammate in 4th, 1:51.45, you got Brady Johnson. In 3rd, from Chicago Wolfpack, dropping a little bit of time, 1:51.41, Charlie Tracy. From Glenbrook, who had the best breaststroke in the swim, 1:50.25, Colin Zhang. And your 200-yard IM men's champion with a time of 1:48.95 from Hinsdale, Jaden Gamilla. So great job to you fellas. We'll be back next for the girls 50 free awards. I think the guy who's holding the sign, leading the girls out, is really having a good time tonight. He looks like he's having a lot of fun. This is the awards for the women's 50 freestyle. Finishing in 9th place from Academy Bullets, you've got Becky Rentz. A tie for 7th, 23:49 with Jenna Kerr from Barrington and Hinsdale's Camille Zinus. FMC's Eden Getch, 23:48. Brooke Corrigan, 23:39, 5th place. Chicago Wolfpack's Isabella Chow coming in 22:92. Katie Keene from Palatine finishing 3rd, 22:84. And Annika Parkey from Patriot just getting touched out, 22:79. And your women's 50 free champ from Hinsdale with the time of 22:78. You've got Kit Schneider. Congratulations, ladies. Very well swum. We'll be right back with the men's 50 free awards. Here comes our favorite guy pushing up the sign. Just had a conversation with Brian Tracy, Julietta and Charlie's dad, about how she couldn't possibly not hear me. And I'm just curious to know how somebody could not hear me in a pool. So that guy is really enjoying pumping that sign up. As we get ready to give the awards for the 50 freestyle, some really quick times. And they're playing a little Prince's Little Red Corvette. Great song to come out to. All right. In 9th place, 21:18 from Hinsdale, we've got Andrew Gilbert. In 8th place, time of 21:10 from Reach Aquatics, we've got Bryce Lozier. And 21:03, Hinsdale Swim Club's Jonathan Wang in 7th. Elmhurst Aquatics, Carter Fask in 6th, 21:01. In 5th from NASA with a time of 20.95, Max Lestina. Swimming unattached with a time of 20.87, Connor Groya. In 3rd from Hinsdale with a time of 20.70, Vidar Karlbaum. In 2nd from Glenbrook, 20.65, you've got Dominic Mizurik. And leading from start to finish from FMC, 20.52, your 50 free senior champ, Aiden Musso. Now we are getting set to go with the women's 200-yard breaststroke. C final, swimming in lane 1 from Patriot, we've got Tawana Turin. In 2 from CWAC, we've got Eliana King. From Rise Aquatic Club in 3, we've got Riley Byron. In 4 from Glenbrook, we've got Ella Houston. Patriot Aquatic Club, lane 5, Stephanie Karova, who has swam the 50 free already. New Trier's Madeline Orr in 6. Kelly Shortall from Academy in 7. Dylan Jorgensen from Lions Aquatics in 8. And Lane 9 from FMC, we've got Amanda Valikis. So the strategy for a 200 breaststroke is going to be a little different for for everybody. Some people like to control the race going out and bring it back fast. So others will push the speed and then see if they can hang on. It all depends on how fresh your legs is. It's very similar to the 200 backstroke. I think the breaststroke, you have to keep your legs nice and fresh if you want to have a shot. Looks like Kurova's making a little bit of a lead already. Patriot Aquatic Club, always known for having great breaststrokers. Her teammate in third down at the bottom, Tawana. And then in second was Kelly Shortall from Academy. So those three look like the ones who wanted to take it out strong. Let's see if they can hold on. Or if the rest of the field might be able to catch them. Looks like Kurova's getting herself a nice, comfortable lead for now. Second will be Kelly from Academy there. And still in third should be Tawana, Patriot. Another thing that I like to tell my guys and gals when they're swimming this is I want to see them have really strong pullouts. The more you work on your underwater pullouts, obviously the better you're going to be at breaststroke. And it looks to me as though Stephanie has got really solid pullouts. Nothing wrong with her timing. Everything seems to be going in place, and this is going to be a monster swim from this morning. She was 226.05 this morning. She's going to go about a 221 high, 222.0. That's a 4-second drop from what she did this morning. In second place, her teammate, Tawana Turan, 225.4. She dropped about 2 seconds. And then rounding out the top three, Kelly Shortall from Academy, 225.60. And here we are to the B final. FMC's Haley Johnson in 1. Academy's Sadie Murphy 2. Allie Fitzgerald from Reach in 3. Phoebe Parlberg, who has already swam today. Hinsdale in 4. Burlington Bocos, who just got done with the IM, in 5th. Lily Sandor from Patriot in 6th. Panisa from NASA is in lane 7. I'm not even going to try to butcher that name that badly. Lincoln Way's Bella Chacon in 8. And Vanessa Alvarado from NASA in 9. Off really well. Everybody's got a very nice forward breaststroke. I think the ones that really set themselves apart from the rest of the fields are the ones who do not move their head at all. Although Burlington's got some head movement, but she is out there. You look next to her, Phoebe Parlberg. If you watch that breaststroke, she's got no head movement. Her head is still, it moves forward with her chest and her shoulders, and she looks very, very smooth. Off the 75, you got Bocos and Parlberg right there. Bocos moves her head, but she really does press her chest and her shoulders forward really well. Out at the 100, 106.0, 106.5 for Bocos and Parlberg. About 2 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. You've got Panisa from NASA, third, and then Johnson from FMC down in lane 1 in 4th. Bocos starting to extend her lead a little bit more. Other thing I like to see is when they're swimming their breaststroke, I like to see their hips come out of the water as they're shooting forward. They get really nice power when they do that. When they start to get tired, you notice that their hips get flat and they're not really pushing as hard as they were. Bokos with a good body length lead on Parlberg. And then challenging for third place, you've got Johnson, Sandor, and Panisa. Oh, and Murphy over there. You got Sadie Murphy in lane 2 coming back. That third 50 was really nice. Bokos touching 219.0. She was 222.5 before. Parlberg second, 221.8. She was 224.2. And rounding out, you got Johnson, who just touched out. Sadie Murphy, 223.2. She was 225.7 before, so that's some good time drops. All right, we've got our A final now coming out. In lane 1, we've got SpongeBob SquarePants' daughter, Katie Gressick, in lane 1. I say that because we talked last night about the fact that her dad somehow hooked himself in the eye with a hook fishing when he was younger, and I thought he would wear an eye patch, but he doesn't, and I was very disappointed to hear that. In lane 2 from Rise, we've got Isabella Ramos, who has already swam an event. Olivia Safirakova from NASA in 3. Enya Linson, I believe, was in the IM earlier. In lane 4 from St. Charles. Maggie Papa-Nicholas, your top seed from NASA. In 5, CWAC's Kayla Duran. CWAC in lane 6. Hinsdale's Caroline Kramer, 100 breaststroke champ, in 7. Bridget McGann from Academy in 8. And lane 9 from Patriot, you've got Erica Ilkew. So there's very little time that separates the first from the 6th. So this should be a pretty good race. I know that Bridget McGann and Caroline Kramer didn't swim as well as they wanted to this morning, so they're looking for some big swims tonight. But you know that Papa Nicholas Duran and Safirakova are going to bring it. So I'm counting strokes right now because I like to count strokes with my breaststrokers, and I'll tell you this right now. I would give an early advantage to Caroline Kramer because she took 4 strokes in that first 25. Everybody else took 5 or 6. And she's right up there with Kayla Duran there, and Bridget McGann, whom I said earlier, you knew that they were going to bring it tonight. And Maggie Papa-Nicholas surges in that third 25. But right now, Bridget McGann's your early leader along with Kayla Duran. Oh, it's a nice 5-way race. Enya Linson in there, all less than a half a second apart from each other. This is where I said that I only had taken 4 strokes in that first 25 would pay off because she didn't use up as much energy. So, curious to see how this plays out. I mean, this is a race, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this field. 4 people all within 0.2 of each other. Coming out at the end, it looks like Caroline is starting to push her tempo a little bit more. But Maggie Papa-Nicholas, she is just, oh my gosh, and Enya Linson. And then Bridget McGann's coming back. Look at this race, ladies and gentlemen. This is awesome. Holy rigaramole, and it's Caroline Kramer with the win, followed right behind by 1100ths by Maggie Papa-Nicholas. And in third from Academy, you got Bridget McGann. Enya Linson coming in right behind her. Kramer 2:15.65, 2:15.76. Papa Nicholas, McGann 2:16.08 and 2:16.10 for Enya Linson. Very nice job, ladies. And here is the C final for the men's 200 breaststroke. Swimming in lane 1 from CWAC, we've got Jackson Heinlein Perceau, Reach Aquatics Kasparis Venslaskis in 2, Arjavir Gupta from NASA in 3. All 3 of them swam the IM earlier. Charlie McGlynn from Scout Aquatics in 4. Jack Myers from YWCA Flying Fish in 5. Saru Wang from Patriot in 6. Jeffrey Ho from FMC in 7. Swam the IM as well. Luke Wyrick Wheaton in 8. And Mason Smith from Academy Bullets in 9. Jeffrey Howe taking it out 28-2. Jackson Heinlein Perceau 28-4. 28-4 for Wang in lane 6. Looks like Jeffrey's got a really nice forward motion on his breaststroke. Good underwater pullout. He does move his head a little too much. He's bringing it down, kind of moving it down. I'd tell him to keep it a little bit more still. Let his shoulders and his chest do the work. But how can I complain about something that looks that smooth? He's out. .121 here. This is going to be a massive time drop from what he did this morning. He was 2:10.5 this morning. He's at 1:31.1. I mean, if he continues that, he was at 31.6, so he's looking at a possible 2:03, 2:04. That would have put him in the top heat for sure. 147, so yeah, I'm looking at about a 2:03, I would imagine. Great race for second here between Wang and Myers. But Jeffrey Howe, 2:03.64. Wang, 2:07.01, 2:07.54 for Myers. Wang was 2:10 this morning. Myers was 2:09.8, so those are huge time drops for those guys. Very nicely done. And here we go with the B final for the men's 200 breaststroke. Patrick Bennington from FMC in 1. Patriots Edgar Rutkowskis in 2. Hinsdale's Nemantis Zonis in 3. Drew Watson from Reach in 4. Artemev Zagarchemny from Palatine in 5. Mitch Nemec swam the IM earlier, had a great breaststroke leg in 6. Sam Sakor from Glenbrook in 7. Noyes Bertulis from FMC in 8. And Tyler Connor from Academy Bullets in 9. Watson from Reach almost went past the red on his underwater pullout. But it looks like Mitch Nemec's right up there, and then Noyes Bertulis is really setting the pace. He's going out 27-0. Mitch Nemec 27-7, and Zonis from Hinsdale 28-2. So if Bertulis can hold this pace, this is going to be a monster swim. He's definitely pushing the envelope. Nemec still out in front. Looks like Zonis, Zagarchemny, and Sakor in a battle for third. sleeper over in lane 2. You've got Edgar Rakowskis. But Bertulis is really, I don't know if he's extending his lead, but he's keeping it for now. Hopefully he's got some left in his system. Mitchell Nemec's starting to put some speed to his hands. As they come to the here, we've got Bertulis clear lead, then Nemec and Zachar Chemney from Palatine. Yeah, he might be going to 203 as well. 203 from Jeffrey Howe, excuse me. And then you got Noyes Bertulis, who's just going to 204.07. A great swim by Watson from Reach to finish out 32.3 on his last split, 206.6. Rakowskis from Patriot, 206.9. Those Patriot breaststrokers definitely know how to swim. They were breaststroke. And now to the A final. From NASA in lane 1, we've got Stuart Timmerman. In lane 2 from St. Charles, we've got Kane Kriz. Love that name. FMC's Brady Johnson just got done swimming the 200 IM a little bit ago. In lane 3, Jaden Gamilla, the winner of the 200 IM in lane 4 from Hinsdale. Glenbrook's Colin Zhang, another breaststroker who swam the IM in lane 5. Alex Lakin from FMC in 6 also swam. Fox Valley's Tyler Bardak in 7. Matt Vitev, who swam the IM. I think they all swam the IM. In lane 8. And rounding out the field in lane 9, you've got Nate Harris from Hinsdale. Not too much time separating our top from our bottom. Should be a very interesting race. I want to see if anybody pushes the field the way that Jeffrey Howe and Noyes Bertulis did in their respective heats. This is going to be a really good race. I'd love to see somebody go under 2. Not sure if they will or not, but it's going to be fun to watch. Boy, Brady Johnson, monster pullout. Okay. Doesn't look like we've got any clear out front runner awayers right now. But if you take a look at these guys and their breaststroke kicks, you watch how they finish their kick at the end. They're bringing their feet together and making sure that their feet finish before they start their pull. They're getting what we call a glide, which hopefully some of my Peoria kids are listening and they remember the word glide. But if you're looking at they've got a nice nearly 1 to 2 second glide between their pulls because they're trying to conserve their energy so that they can finish the race. Gamilla out 58.0 for Colin Zhang too. If they stay with those 30 points that they just did, they might have a possibility of going under 2. Looks like Colin Zhang is starting to get a little bit of a lead. $128.14, yes. I mean, he went 30.0 on that 50. If he can hold 30.0, he's going to go a 158, maybe even a 159, or 159, maybe even a 158. He's out at the wall at 143. Barring something extraordinarily bad, he'll be under. This is a really nice swim. He's at 155, 156, 157. Oh, he's got it. 158.61. Gamilla second. Lakin from FMC in third. And rounding out the fourth, you got Tyler Bardock from Fox. Somebody's pretty excited about that swim. So congratulations, guys. 158.6. 2009 for Gamilla, 2020 for Lakin, 2024 for Bardak. And now we move on to the women's 100 backstroke. We've got our C final. Swimming for New Trier in lane 1, we've got Marin Shimkus. Sheridan's Abby Luton from our down south there, one of our neighbors. In lane 2, Academy Bullets, Haley Vilcek, who just got done swimming a little bit ago. In lane 3, Megan Mead from NASA in 4. Abby Collins from Patriot in 5. Hinsdale's Lipa Niora in 6. Megan Marquardt from NASA in 7. Haley Friss from Academy in 8. And Nanuka Kubota from FMC in 9. So when you're working this backstroke, I would say the big thing you want to focus on at 100 backstroke right now is making sure you get off that wedge, that starting wedge that they're putting into the pool for these guys, and start cranking the underwaters. You want to start out with some good solid underwaters, make them a little bit quicker as you go, and then come up right away and start, well, not right away, but I'd say about halfway or more, and start hitting the speed right away. Get to that turn, get into that wall, pop off that wall, make sure you know your stroke count, and then just let it go to work. I told my guys that I would do this for those of my guys who are listening, but I give a shout out to the Illinois men's and women's swim teams from the past. Today we had a reunion of sorts in Oak Brook to celebrate the life of our former coach, legendary University of Illinois coach Don Salmons, who passed away recently. And it was really nice to see a lot of my guys and gals from the teams of the past. And to see Marilyn, Don's wife, there, and they gave a really nice tribute to Don. And, you know, we wish Marilyn well, but it was just great to see a lot of those kids, and best wishes to everybody from there. But I told them I'd give them a little shout-out on the program, so this break in the action gave me that opportunity to do so. So now we've got Randy and Dave talking about stuff, trying to make sure that the equipment is working properly, because you don't want to give somebody an unnecessary disadvantage. I got to tell you, on a separate topic, we've got quite a few girls who are doing double and possibly triple if they're swimming the relays tonight. And they also swam these events this morning. So you're talking, some of these kids are swimming anywhere from 3 to 6 events a day, going prelims and finals. And that has to put a lot of wear and tear on the body. But, man, these kids are tough. They practice hard. They do a lot of great work. Coaches around this state are some of the best in the entire country. And, you know, it just shows with how strong Illinois swimming is. And it's great to see that our Illinois swimming meet is coming out of the COVID stages, top to bottom. We're starting to get faster. We're starting to get better. And it's really shows here at this senior meet. Got a issue with lane 7's starting wedge. Just got to make sure that it stays on the block so that it doesn't fall in while she's doing her start. All right. Backstroke start is so important. If you miss out or if you slip in the slightest way, you're going to have to race from behind, and all 9 of those competitors got off their starts really, really well. Right now, I would say that the advantage definitely goes to Abby Luton from Sheridan. She has the best underwaters in the field so far. She's coming off that wall, nice, fast underwaters, getting out to the red. I know that she was kind of disappointed in her morning swim, and she's out to prove something tonight with this night swim. Flips first, followed closely behind by Mead and Collins and Lipa. But it looks like Abby Luton's going to win this race. Along Mead and Collins, and then Lipa Nira from Hinsdale. Abby Luton, nice 55.9. Mead from Wild, 56.5, 56.9 for Collins, 57.1 for Lipa Nira. So moving on to the B final, Claire Conklin, who was in the 50 earlier, is in lane 1. Camille Zenas from Hinsdale in the 50 in lane 2. Soph Tujanelis from Rise in 3. Sophia Zemansky from Glenbrook in 4. Nicole Burton from St. Charles in 5. Jilly McNamara from Academy Bullets in 6. Megan Ang from Academy Bullets in 7. Eden Goach, who may have already swam 2 events. I think she swam the IM in the 50s in lane 8. And then Karina Miller in 9. So if Eden Goach were to swim all 3 events twice and then also swim on the relay tonight, she will have done 7 events. That's pretty tough. I'm not going to lie, I can't do 7 yards anymore, let alone 7 events. I mean, everybody else out there and listening, if you guys can do 7 events, please ping us, let us know, because I can't think of, well, with the exception of maybe Andy Sight, who's one of the Masters coaches for FMC, and I refer to as he just loves to work hard all the time. He does his 100 hundreds every year at December 31st and just loves that set. I think he's a little bit nuts. And I take that back. He's a lot nuts. So you have to be nuts to be a swimmer a little bit. Put yourself through all that wear and tear. But, man, do these guys prove excellence. If you watch on their start, you want to make sure you get your hips up so that you can get them, so you can get your body up and over when you're doing your start. I tell my guys I want them to look for their hands when they release that block so that they can arch their back and they can enter in one tiny hole with from their fingertips down to their toes, all entering in the same hole so that you can get that slipstream effect. And it looks like right now you got Burton, who's definitely got the effect going on right now, along with Eng from Academy there in lane 7 as well. Good underwaters. No clear-cut winner in this field. This is going to be a race, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just the B final. Boy, McNamara came off that wall, and she's charging. I think this is going to be really tight between McNamara and Burton. Oh, and look at Szymanski. Wow, 56-1 for McNamara, who wins it. 56-2 for Burton. And then Szymanski coming in at the very end, 56-4. And then Tujanelis from Rise, 56-5. So very good race, ladies. Very good race. As we get ready for the A final, you're going to see some really awesome backstrokers here. Definitely going to be something to watch, especially out of lanes 4, 5, and 6. You got a really good race going on there. You've got Eugene Shin from Glenbrook in lane 1. Lauren O'Connor from Academy Bullets in 2. Kit Schneider, the 50 free champ, in lane 3. Vera Connick, really, really awesome backstroker in lane 4. Gracie Colvin, who's really come out of her shell this year. She's your top seed, under 54 this morning, 53.9. Tierney Linehan, another really awesome backstroker in lane 6. Isabella Chow, who's got some of the best underwaters I've seen in lane 7, along with the girl next to her, Becky Rentz, who does really well in lane 8. And Scout Aquatics, Emma Darling, rounding out the field in lane 9. Just another thing for off last night. Looks like Kit Schneider is sporting some of that false ink on her neck. Kind of a cool look. As they're getting the block set for lane 1 here. Randy Kelly's telling him to lower the wedge a little bit because it would put the toes over the water surface. So just making sure that the wedge is set for Eugene Shin from Glenbrook. Should be a really interesting race here. Hips up, and they are off. Really nice start by Gracie Colvin. Just missed going past the 15-yard mark, and she is out. Great underwaters. Yeah, she is moving with those underwaters. Vera Connick was the high school state champ this year, I believe as a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken. She might have been a freshman. I'm not sure. I don't have my statistics in front of me, but Gracie Colvin is just lighting it up on this swim. Finishing at 54.06. Connick coming in second, 54.7. Linehan, 55.0. And Chow coming in fourth at 55.4. So great race, ladies. And now we have the men's 100 backstroke. In lane 1 from Academy Bullets, we've got Lucas Hedrick. In 2 from Swift, we've got Evan Wakala. In 3 from the Tide, we've got Carson Converse. In 4 from FMC, we've got Noah Priest. Cool name. In 5 from Reach, we've got Antonio Aguirre. In 6 from FMC, we've got Pablo Perea. In 7 from Academy, we've got Nathan Lindstrom. In 8 from FMC, we've got Caleb Yadow. And in 9, Drake Shield from Hinsdale Swim Club. Right now it looks like Pereira's taking it out. Yep. He's the early front runner along with his teammate Noah Priest. 25-1, 25-3, and then 25-4 for Yadao. Noah Priest and Pablo Pereira are going 1-2 at the turn. Coming off. It's going to be an FMC battle here. Looks like Noah Priest is going to win. And then his teammate Yadao in 2, 52-5, and Pereira 52-5. Noah Priest starts 52-1. I've got some excited people behind me, so some best times coming out of there. All right. B final, we've got from Neptune in lane 1, Velazar Filipov. Michael Bolins from Reach in 2. My favorite name, besides Kane Kriz, we've got Johnny, Jonny Farber. In lane 3 from Rise. In 4, Max Listina from NASA. Nate Harris, who's already swam in 5. Bryce Lozier, who already swam as well, from Reach in 6. Luke Beccaro, Barrington Distance stud, in lane 7. Parker Chan from FMC in 8. And rounding it out from Patriot, we've got Enzo Desviat Ruiz. Some coaches are a little different in how they teach their styles of backstroke starts. Some people like to teach where you keep your rear ends close to your ankles when you pull yourself up. Some of them like to keep them out a little bit more so you don't have as much distance to travel. Holy Chan. Parker Chan setting the tone. Setting the tone. Lozier right behind him from Reach in lane 6. But Parker Chan out 24-0. Jeez, 24-8 for Lozier. Luke Beccaro, 24.99. Looks like the heat's starting to catch up to Parker a little bit. He might have taken one stroke too many going into that wall. Underwater's probably lost his breath a little bit. Looks like Nate Harris is coming on strong at the end and is probably going to end up taking this, along with Farber, who came in really nice splits at the end for those guys. 26-0 and 26-3 to go. 51-43, 51-49 for Farber, and Luke Beccaro with the third fastest split, rounding out the top 3 at 51-69. And here comes the AA Finals. Swimming in lane 1, a Southern guy from Sullivan, we've got Ethan Schmoe. In 2, from Hinsdale, we've got Brody Marcette. Michael Wyrocki from Glenbrook in 3. Vidar Karlbaum from Hinsdale in 4. Brady Johnson, your top seed from FMC in lane 5. Jaden Gamilla, who is in his 3rd race tonight, is in lane 6. Lou Popovic from Glenbrook in 7. Jonathan Wang from Hinsdale in 8, and his teammate Henry Guo in 9. This is going to be a dog fight. Who wants it the most? Less than a second separates the top 6 guys. So should be interesting to see if any of the wear and tear from any of the previous swims may affect Karlbaum, Johnson, Gamilla, Guo, Wang, Marcette. Pretty much all of them except Popovic and Schmoe are the 2 that are fresh for this event. Ethan Schmoe has been a really good story to talk about from Southern Illinois. Really nice kid. Talks to everybody. Hopeful that he has a very successful event here. Know that his coach Jason Drury is very proud of him for all that he's accomplished. We've got a little bit of an issue with Vidar Karlbaum's backstroke wedge. They're trying to sort it out. Got Ethan's fan club behind me. I said, I got Ethan's fan club behind me. All right, now we're on. Let's see what we got, fellas. It's time to go to work. Looks like lane 7, Filipov had a little bit of, or excuse me, Popovic had a little bit of a slow start on that, but his underwater's made up for it a little bit. Right now it's Carlbaum and Brady Johnson out front. Oh, and Wang over there in lane 8, Jonathan Wang. Out in 23.9, 23.8 for Carlbaum, and 24.1 for Wang. Brady Johnson touches that wall first, comes off that wall really nice underwaters. Carlbaum had some great underwaters too. Looks like Brady Johnson's going to take this one. 49.1, 49.3 for Carlbaum. Third place, Waraki from Glenbrook, 50.04. Ooh, that's a tight race. Jonathan Wang, 50.06. So really nice swims for the field. And having some fun here tonight. We are going to take a little bit of a break, and we will come back. Not sure if we're going to be doing the Women's 200 Breaststroke Awards yet or not. There seem to be some timing malfunctions. But we will be back to you guys in 2 and 2. right, here we go. The man with the moving sign is coming out, which means we've got the awards for the the women's 200 breaststroke. Your top 8 finalists in this event. Finishing in 8th from NASA with a time of 2:22.56, we've got Olivia Safirakova. In 7th from Rise, we've got Isabella Ramos with a time of 2:21.23. Erica Ilkew from Patriot in 6th, 2:21.15. Kayla Duran from Chicago Wolfpack in 5th, 2:17.14. St. Charles Swim Team's Enya Linson in 3rd, 2:16.10. Bridget McGann just touching her out at 2:16.08 from Academy Bullets. Really nice race here for your champ, Maggie Papanikolaou, just getting second, 2:15.76 from NASA. And your champ in the women's 200-yard breaststroke from Hinsdale with a time of 2:15.65, Caroline Kramer. Really, really good race between the top 4 right there. So well done. We will be back here in a couple of minutes for the men's 200 breaststroke awards. I would love to know the name of the man with the sign. He looks like he has the most fun job of the night. He's waving to the crowd. He's blowing them kisses. Everybody loves him. The awards for the men's 200-yard breaststroke. Finishing in 9th place from Hinsdale with a time of 2:07.47, Nate Harris. In 8th from Hornet Swim Club with a time of 2:06.55, Matt Vitev. In 7th from St. Charles, a time of 2:05.17, coolest name out there, Kane Kriz. In 6th from NASA, time of 2:05.04, Stuart Timmerman. In 5th from FMC with a time of 2:05.02, Brady Johnson, who just got done winning the 100 back. From Fox with a time of 2:02.45, Tyler Bardock. In 3rd from FMC with a time of 2:02.03, Alex Lakin. Your runner-up from Hinsdale with a time of 2:00.93, Jaden Gamilla. And your 200 breaststroke men's champion from Glenbrook with a time of 1:58.61, Colin Zhang. So congratulations, fellas. We'll be back here shortly to announce the awards for the women's 100 backstroke. Got a little Ozzy Osbourne intro here for the women's 100 backstroke top 9 finishers. Can't go wrong with a little Aussie. Oh, there's my man. All right, we've got 9th place from Glenbrook. We've got Eugene Shin, time of 56.50. Scout Aquatics, Emma Darling in 8th with 56.47. Lauren O'Connor from Academy Bullets in 7th, 56.31. Kit Schneider from Hinsdale, 55.89, 6th place. Becky Rentz from Academy Bullets, 55.66 in 5th. Isabella Chow with some seriously good underwaters from Wolfpack in 4th, 55.47. Tierney Linehan, 55.01 from NASA in 3rd. Your runner-up from Palatine, 54.76. You've got Vera Connick and McGuire Aquatics with the championship in the women's 100-yard backstroke, 54.06. You've got Gracie Colvin. Very nice race, really ridiculously good underwater, so awesome job, ladies. We'll be back here for the boys' award or men's awards in just a moment. Well, I'm not exactly sure what this music is, but it's definitely interesting. Yeah, I really have no clue on this one. It's not Ozzy, I'll tell you that. So you've got your top 9 backstrokers for the men's 100 back, finishing in 9th from Sullivan with a time of 52.13, Ethan Schmoe. In 8th place from Hinsdale, 51.43, we've got Brody Marcette. His teammate in 7th, Henry Guo, with a 51.34. Jaden Gamilla, who was just on the award stand 2 minutes ago, in 6th, 50.9. Lou Popovich from Glenbrook, 50.66. In 4th from Hinsdale, we've got Jonathan Wang, 50.06. Michael Wyrocki from Glenbrook in 3rd, 50.04. Vidar Karlbaum from Hinsdale in 2nd, 49.39. And your men's 100-yard backstroke champ, 49.14, we've got Brady Johnson. You can do it. I have faith. I don't either. Thank you. And now we are back for the start of the women's 500. Looks like there's been a little bit of a reseed. And so here we go with the women's 500 C final. In lane 1 from BR Ryle, we've got Kara Donham. In 2 from Reach, we've got Hannah Johnson. 3 from Glenbrook, we've got Annika Donovan. From Patriot in 4, Amy Andres. In 5 from St. Charles, we got Izzy Bowe. Bew, wow. And Izzy's really kind of going nuts. Kate Farrell from her teammate from St. Charles in 6. Renee Tan, CWAC in 7. Sarah Hunicke from CWAC in 8. And Kate Williams from Rise in 9. Izzy's kind of setting the tone a little early here, looks like. Very nice, long, relaxed strokes. You want to keep that kick solid behind you. Yeah, Izzy's going to be out here in about a 56. Okay, 57.03, so I was off by not or 400ths. That's a good start. Incidentally, while I was going to wait until there was a little bit of a break in the action. For those of you who listen to the broadcast religiously, or even if you don't, you guys will know that Casey Noddick, my partner on the broadcast, unfortunately wasn't able to be here tonight. He will be back with me tomorrow. But he's known by those who follow him as the voice of Illinois swimming. And so for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Derek Ammerman. And if you've happened to been on an Illinois or Indiana pool deck with me, chances are good that you were not nearly as loud as I am. So since Casey has deemed himself the voice of Illinois swimming, I am going to deem myself the noise of Illinois swimming. So going forward, Casey will be the voice of Illinois swimming, and I will be the noise of Illinois swimming, because there won't be anybody who is louder than me on the pool deck. So now that we've got that settled, Case, we can start talking about the race again. And we've got Izzy started out strong. She's kind of faded a little bit. It looks like Amy is taking the lead along with Hannah Johnson from Reach. They're your top two at the 250, 229.2, 229.8. Both really good, solid swims. If they keep up their pace, they're going to break their time by quite a bit from what they did this morning. 5:08.6 was Amy this morning. 5:09.8 for Hannah. So, and then you got Renee Tan over in lane 7 from CWAC, always a threat. Depends on who you are as a swimmer. I know that some swimmers, like for instance Izzy Bew right there, took it out pretty strong and it's kind of fell off just a little bit. Then there are other swimmers who will kind of pick apart the rest of the competition during the race. If the race is long enough, they'll settle in for the first 200 to 250 or so and then start making their way through. And it looks like right now Johnson out in lane 2 has the fastest split, but right behind her from Scout is Joaquim. Excuse me. That is not Joaquim. That is Izzy Boo again. So I apologize for that. So Izzy's starting to make her move back into the race, along with Farrell and still Renee Tan. So Farrell had the fastest split by over 2/10 there with a 30.9. They're at the 4:04 mark. So if they can hold these 30s, they're going to be in pretty good shape. Looks like Izzy Bew making her move back into the front along with Amy Andrus. Good tight race for first right now. 4:34. Izzy Bew was 30.2 on that last 50. Fastest of the field by about just over a second. Izzy's going to finish this race really strong. So Izzy kind of did something different than what most people do. She took it out really strong, and then she brought it back really strong. So, wow, look at Hannah Johnson coming down here at the end and finishing strong. Izzy Bew wins 5:03.02, 28.5 on her last split. Hannah Johnson comes in 29.1 to finish at 5:03.7. That's a 6-second drop for her. Izzy Bew was about 9 seconds from her prelim time. So then Amy Andrus, 5:04.19. So she dropped about 4 seconds. Nicely done, ladies. Moving on to the B final. From NASA in lane 1, we've got Olivia Safirakova. Hinsdale's Malika Patankum in 2. In 3, Gianna Capello from Hinsdale with her teammate. Mary Grace King, who would finish second in the 1,000, is lane 4. Scout Aquatics Kendra Joaquim up to lane 5. Imogen Duffy from Hinsdale in 6. Ursula Cook from McGuire Aquatics in 7. Avery Miles, her teammate from McGuire, in 8. And Amelia Murphy from Academy Bullets in lane 9. Oh, Mary Grace is really setting the tone. That's a girl who knows how to swim some distance. She's out in 25.8. 26.7 for Miles, 26.8 for Capello, 26.9 for Duffy. But 25.8, wow. She's going for it. If she's got enough to hold on, she's going to have a phenomenal time drop. Split was 28.7. 29s for Capello, Duffy, and Miles. Mary Grace with a nice long stroke, steady 2-beat kick. 29.9 at her feet. 30.2 for Duffy, 30.3 for Miles, 30.2 for Capello. So still top 4, keeping it under that 30.5 range. That's what you want to do if you want to get under that 5 minutes. You want to try and keep close to that as long as you can. .7, 30.6 for Miles, 30.6 Capello, and 30.8 for Cook, and Murphy 30.9. So King's still your front runner. Miles from McGuire in second. You got Capello and Duffy, 31-0, 31-1, 31-1. King's fading just a little bit, but not too much yet. I would say each 50, these girls are going to have to catch up by about 3 to 4 tenths if they want a shot to beat her. So King coming in 30.9, so that one was quicker than the last 50. 31.0 for Capello, 31.2 for Miles, 31.5 for Duffy. As you can see, their strokes are shortening up a little bit, which means they're getting tired. Looks like Capello and Miles are really working their kick. Ooh, Capello with a nice 30.9 there. She's looking to try and catch up to Mary Grace. Mary Grace fighting her off. Oh. We're going to have to work on that stroke without a breath. Breath without a stroke. Couple of turns coming in. Girls are taking a breath without taking a stroke, and it's really slowing them down. And you want to make sure when you guys go into that wall, it's 1 stroke, 2 stroke, flip and go. As somebody takes a picture of the back of my head. Uh-oh. Miles is inserting herself back into this 3-horse race. Look at that girl, man. McGuire Aquatics stepping up. Mary Grace is going to have to go a 30-point in order to hold them off. Right now they're at 432, 432, 433. It looks like, oh, this is all Avery Miles. She's got a, look at that 12 beat kick behind her, man. She is finishing. You got Capello coming in, who's going to be second. And it looks like Cook is going to come in third. 5:01.09 for Miles to win that heat. 5:02.74 Capello. And then 5:03.5 for Cook. Mary Grace comes in at 5:04.0. Nice B final, ladies. I'm looking forward to this next race. This is going to be a very, very good race between the top two. And here they come out. We're introducing in lane 1 from Academy Bullets, we've got Anna Doherty. In 2 from Barrington, we've got Abby Hill. Hinsdale's Amy Duhamel in lane 3. B.R. Riles, Lily Neeson broke 5 minutes this morning in lane 4. Your top seed, Annika Parkey from Patriot, 4:53.85. Your 1,000 champion and second seed, Jenna Kerr from Barrington in lane 6. Emma Overall, who finished second in the 1,000, is in lane 7. She could pose a threat here in this. Ella Houston from Glenbrook in lane 8. And rounding out the field in lane 9, we've got Chloe Diner, who had a monster last 200 in the 800 free relay yesterday to give the Academy Bullets the win. This could be a 2-horse race. It could be a 3-horse race. Annika Parkey with a tremendously quick start. Jenna Kerr right with her. Looks like they're going to set the tone pretty early. Kerr, Parkey. If it were me and I was coaching my kid and my kid was in lane 7 or lane 4, I'd be saying, get next to that girl who's in the lead and ride her waves. Looks like Annika's doing a little bit of that. She's right over there on the lane, right next to Jenna Kerr, trying to ride some of the waves that Jenna's making as she comes in. So as is Emma Overall. You can see that she's over on the side a little bit. Jenna Kerr is swimming smart. She's swimming right down the middle. Not doing any circle swimming. Out in 54.8, 55.7, and 55.7 for Parkey and Overall, respectively. So Jenna Kerr setting a pretty fierce pace early. And, you know, I mean, here's the thing that I really like about this is these girls are going ridiculous fast, and this isn't even their taper meet. A lot of them are going down to Florida in a few weeks, swim NCSAs. Some of them are going to Futures. Some of them are going to Speedos. Some of them are going to Nationals. I mean, and these girls are still busting it up really well. Jenna Kerr with about a body length lead right now on Parkey and Overall. I would say now is the time that Parkey's going to be making her move. 29.4, 29.5, 29.7. They're all still under 30 for the top 3. 154. Jenna Kerr is not extending her lead, but she's holding on to it a little bit. But Parkey's starting to make a little bit of a move. 29.5, 29.5, 30.0. So the exact same split for Parkey and Kerr. They were 223 and 224. I'm sure these two have had many battles. One's from Barrington, the other one's from Deerfield. I'm sure they've had some great races, a lot of them over the years. And here's another one, 29.5, 29.2. So Parkey's making a little bit of a move. Emma overall still right up there to 30.2. Right now you got a great race for fourth and a great race for fifth. In fourth, you've got Houston and Diner over there in lanes 8 and 9. And then you got a three-way race for fifth down here in lanes 1, 2, 3, and 4 with Doherty, Hill, Duhamel, and Nesson. But right now, Jenna Kerr is still trying to hold off Annika Parkey as she edges closer each 50. She's doing about 0.2 faster than Jenna each 50. On this one, they were 29.5, 29.5, so Jenna a little bit faster on that one. Emma overall still going 30.2s. You still got a great race for fourth over there with Houston and Chloe Diner. Jenna Kerr, Annika Parkey, Emma overall clearly going to be third. You got Abby Hill, who looks like another Barrington stud who's, but then you got Amy Duhamel going in, looks like, yeah. So Jenna Kerr looks like she's going to hold off Annika Parkey successfully. Coming into the wall at 440. She should go probably, I'd say, about a 451, maybe 450. 449. I was way off. And Annika Parkey's pad did not activate. She was around a 452. We've got Emma overall at 455. Oh, nice. Ella Houston goes under 5 minutes, 4:59.60. Chloe Diner in fifth, just barely getting touched out, 5:00.09. So very nice race, ladies. Good job. All right, we're moving on now to event 22, the men's 500 free C final. We've got Fox Valley's Arpan Dar. His teammate in lane 2 is Andrew Schmidt. NASA's Dragos Cosma in lane 3. Teddy Chase. Let's see if Teddy is either going to be the front runner, or if he's going to be chased, or if he's going to be the chaser in lane 4. Matt Johnson from Maverick in 5. Danny Sanahursky from Reach in 6. Luka Dravka from Wheaton in 7. Eli Spivak from Rise in 8. And Nick Myers from Hinsdale in lane 9. All nice, steady, long strokes in this first 50. Out 25s. Myers leading the pack, 25-2 out in lane 9. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Schmidt in lane 2 is going to be one of those who is going to end up chasing him towards the end. But Myers with the lead, along with Sanahursky in lane 6, and then you've got Cosma in lane 3, 52.8, 53.2, 53.7 respectively. Nick Myers still out front. 28-4, 28-7 for Sonahursky, and 28-6 for Cosma. Top three. Rest of the field, 29s. Curious to see if we're going to see a catch up here from the other five. Eli Spivak making a little bit of a move here from the rest of the field. You still got Myers, 29-2. Sonahursky, 28-9, 29-0 for Cosma. Got a few 29s in there and a couple of 30s. Myers is really setting the tone here along with Sonahursky and Cosma. Nice three-way race going so far. Myers 29-5, Sonahursky 29-3, and Cosma 29-2. Spivak 29-8. 29-2 was the fastest split in that from Cosma out of lane 3. Sonahursky now taking over the lead, 29-0. So he made his move, and he made it big. Next closest to him is 29-7, 29-6, 29-5 from Cosma, so he's staying right there. Looks like in the backpack that was there, we've got Dravkov, who's making his move a little bit, along with Schmidt. 29-0 from Sonahursky. Looks like Sonahursky, and please again, forgive me for any mispronunciations of names, is building his lead. Myers in second, Cosma in third, 29-1, 29-7, 30.2. So then 29-5 for Spivak, 29-5 for Dravkov, 29-4 for Chase. So he's chasing the front runners to see if he can catch them. Right now, it looks like Teddy Chase might have the fastest split of this group. 29-0, 29-5, 30.7. Yeah, Chase, 28-8. He's bringing it home. He's trying to catch Cosma. He may have a shot to do it. Cosma's legs aren't working too well. But Sonahursky with the commanding lead coming into the final. He came in this morning at 4:48. He crushed that, 4:44. And Myers in second, 4:48. And then a really nice race for third. You've got Cosma, 4:48.9. Chase, 4:49.0. 4:49.5 for Spivak. Yeah, that's a good race, boys. Nice comeback at the end. And we're moving on now to the B final. We've got lane 1. We've got St. Charles' Ben Stevens. Luke Martins from Fox Valley in 2. Ryan Lipnick from Academy Bullets in 3. Corey Beard from BR Ryle in 4. Rise, we've got Maxim Kolbanov in 5. Patrick Radigan from Lions in 6. Yimi Caicedo from Reach in 7. Matthew Ferguson from Lions in 8. And from Wheaton in 9, we've got Austin Kirkman. I think that's the first time in the history of me ever announcing anything that I've ever announced the name Yimmy. So kudos to him and his parents. I'm hoping to say his name a lot today in this race. So right now, early front runners would be Ferguson and Radigan. Not too far behind them are Yimmy and Kolbanoff. 25-0, 25-0, 25-1, 25-2. Yep, those top four are, looks like they're going to set the tone. You got Patrick Radigan, Yimmy, Kolbanoff, Ferguson, all out 52s. Thank you. Radigan, Yimmy, and Kolbanoff. Maxim, another cool name, Maxim. I'm going to assume that stands for Maximus, but I'm not 100% certain on that. So if anybody ever wants to tell me how to pronounce names or what the real name is, let me know. You can reach me at Derek Ammerman on Twitter. It's the @ DEREKAMERMAN. Let me know how to pronounce names. Let me know if I'm doing a great job. If I'm not doing a great job, then don't say anything. That would be good. So you still got the top three front runners over there. You got Radigan, Yimmy, and Kolbanoff. Ferguson has fallen off just a tad, but still right in there. Beard, B.R. Ryle making a little bit of a move. They're all 28s, 28.5, 28.6, 28.6. They're out halfway, 217, 218, 218. They were this morning, they were 445, 445, and 447. Not much time difference between these guys. Looks like Radigan's starting to make a little bit of a move here at the 350 mark. 28.7, 28.9, and then 29.2 for Yimmy. Radigan just hasn't fallen off the pace as much as the other two did. I think Maxim's going to try and hold on to Radigan if he can. 28.8, 29.0, and 30.4 for Yimmy. So Yimmy's going to have to use his legs pretty well here with 5 lengths to go if he wants a shot to stay in that third place. But Radigan's starting to take full advantage of his lead. Radigan 28.9 still, 29.4. Looks like 29.5 for Beard and 29.2 for Martins here. So Luke Martins making his move. Only guy faster in the field. That split was Patrick Radigan. Radigan coming in 29.0, 4:13.43 at a 50 to go. I would say that Martin's 28.7 is definitely taking him off for the third place. Radigan will be first. Maxim Kolbanoff in second. Luke Martins in third. Fourth will probably end up going to Beard. Fifth to Ferguson, but Ferguson's making a push. Oh, nice. 27.7 for Radigan. 441.4. Kolbanoff 442.8. Martin's coming in 445.6. Beard 446.2. Holding off a furious flurry from Ferguson of Lions 446.3. So good job, Austin. I'm making sure that Mrs. Kirkman heard that he's getting a shout out here on. So Austin, you got a proud mama. All right. This is going to be a fun fun race. Less than 1,800 separates first from third, and there are a couple of other guys in this field that can possibly challenge as well. You've got William Dvorak from Maverick swimming in lane 1. Noah Pelinkovic from Hinsdale in 2. George Ivascu from CWAC in 3. Kenneth Wills, a really good up-and-coming kid from Bloomington Normal in lane 4. Kyle Algrim, your top seed, 5:34.40 in lane 5. Kenneth Wills' teammate from Bloomington Normal, Josh Fujimoto, in 6. Ben Longway, who had a really good 200, Scout Aquatics in 7. Will Dutemeyer for St. Charles in 8. And NASA's Lucas Macy in lane 9. So I'm curious to see how the strategies work out in this race. I know you've got a couple of guys here who like to take it out fast, and then you've got the other guys who are going to try and pick them apart at the end. So this is going to be really solid. You got Kyle being flanked by the 2 Bloomington Normal guys. Their coach, Matt Elliott's really happy with their progress this season, and they've done a really good job under his tutelage, and should be a fun race. And it doesn't look like they're wasting any time. They're going for it. Looks like Wills was actually out first at the 25. So, yeah, Kenneth Wills going for it. I don't know if he wants to be on the broadcast or not, but he's definitely going for it. 24-4, 24-9 by his teammate Fujimoto. And then Ivascu George, 25-03. So I don't know if anybody told Kenneth that there's a 0 added to this, so it's not just a 50, it's a 500. But good for him to take it out with some guts and see what he does. Out 27-3, 27-2, 27-4. So those 3 automatically setting a tone, along with George, 27-7. I know that Josh and Kenneth have been swimming together for a long time, and it seems like every race that they were in this season, they were right next to each other. So they have a very big familiarity with swimming each other. 27-7 for Wills, 27-5 for Algrim, 27-8 for Fujimoto. So Kyle and Josh are staying right up there with Kenneth. Oh, all 3 of them out, 147.8, 147.9, 148.0. Like I said, so far, really nice race. Algrim may have taken an extra stroke into that wall. Not sure if it will cost him later or not, but we'll see. Looks like Josh and Kyle are separating themselves a little bit, but man, long way, 27-4. Fastest split in the field by far. And I mean by far. The next closest to him was Fujimoto. And holy cow, George is back in the mix. It's a 5-way race, ladies and gentlemen. This is awesome. I love this stuff. I could sit here and watch swimming all day and talk to you guys about swimming. When you got races like this, this is why this sport is so flippin' awesome. Because you never know. You still got 200 yards left, and these guys are at 243, 244 at the 250 mark. If they hold still to this, they'll be definitely low 430s. I know Josh set his personal best last week at State, high school State. He went 429. He's going to be pushing that today. Josh and Kyle starting to work their way up a little bit. And then you got George and Ben. Kenneth fell off the pace a little bit, but still charging hard. I really like this Ben Longway, man. This kid's staying right there. 27-7, 27-8, 28-1. 28-4 for Ivascu. We've got a 75 left, and this is, depending on what Josh does here, if he stays with Kyle, this is going to set up to be a great race. He's going to have to get him close on the turn here. Kyle with a 2/10 lead. And Josh kicking it in, but so is Kyle and Ben. Kyle's coming off that turn in first, but Fujimoto's a nice kick with him as well. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. Look at this, this is great. Come on, get in there. Wow, great race, guys. 432.5, 432.6, and 433.6 for Longway. Fourth, George with a 436.5. He was a 438. I know his coach, Dave, is down there really happy. Looks like he's pretty pumped that George did so well. And then Kenneth in fifth, 437.3. So, like I promised you guys, we had a great race, separated by 11 hundredths in a long swim like that. That's pretty darn good. So we are going to take a small break. We're going to pass out the awards for the 500s. And then we shall be back in 2 and 2. right, we've got our awards for the 500 freestyle for the women. Ninth place, 5:03.82 from Academy Bullets. We've got Anna Doherty. 5:03.27 from 8th place, B.R. Riles, Lily Nessen. Abby Hill from Barrington in 7th with a 5:01.83. Amy Duhamel, 5:01.25 from Hinsdale in 6th. Academy Bullets, Chloe Diner in 5th, 5:00.09. In 4th place from Glenbrook, 4:59.60, you've got Ella Houston. Emma Overall with a nice 5-second drop from Hinsdale in 3rd, 4:55.95. Annika Parkey in 2nd, 4:52.13 from Patriot. And your women's 500 free champ from Barrington, shocked with a 4:49.49, Jenna Kerr. Outstanding swims, ladies. You guys rock. We will be back for the boys' awards in just a moment. And then after that, it's down to the relays, the chance to get up and swim and race against your opponents and do some damage. All right. And now the awards for the men's 500 freestyle, which I don't have in front of me. So I'm going to listen to the announcer and tell you the results as he announces them. Oh, here we go. I just got one. So here's what we got. We've got William Dvorak finishing in 9th from Maverick with a time of 4:49.46. Lucas Macy from NASA in 8th, 4:44.32. Noah Palinkovic from Hinsdale, 4:41.97 for 6th. Will Dutemeyer from St. Charles in 5th, 4:41.67. Kenneth Wills from Bloomington Normal Swim Club, 4:37.33 for 5th. George Ivascu, who's got the really big cheering crowd, 4:36.51. And Ben Longway with a really monster last 100, 4:33.69 for 3rd. Scout Aquatics. Josh Fujimoto in 2nd, 4:32.69, and 1100s faster, your men's 500 free state champ from St. Charles, Kyle Algrim. So congratulations, fellas. And now we are on to the medley relay. This is the time that separates the big dogs from the little dogs. You have to have 4 really solid swimmers in each stroke discipline, and these teams have just that. You've got some really, really awesome swimmers right off the bat. A lot of names that have already been called. And we will move on. Hinsdale Swim Club's B Relay is in lane 1. Patriot Aquatic Club's B Relay in 2. Patriot Aquatic Club's A Relay in 3. Hinsdale's A Relay in 4. Academy Bullets A Relay in 5. Chicago Wolfpack A Relay in 6. Academy Bullets B Relay in 7. St. Charles A Relay in 8. And FMC's A Relay in lane 9. So this should be interesting. Right off the bat, you've got Annika Parkey going next to Kit Schneider, going next to Sadie Murphy, going next to Julietta Tracy. I mean, that's four studs of Illinois swimming right there. So this, I mean, the backstroke alone is going to be a great race. Taking the time to adjust for Kit Schneider's backstroke wedge that seems to have been down a little too deep. Looks like they've got it squared away, and she's good to go. They should blow the whistle here. Very solid starts right off the bat. You know that Parkey's going to be out strong with those underwaters. Kit Schneider's just a pure sprinter. Sadie Murphy with really awesome backstroke. And then you've got Julietta Tracy. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Isabella Chow. They changed their lineup on me a little bit. That's Isabella Chow. My apologies for that, but look at those. Yeah, that Patriot, you know, when you start off with Annika Parkey, you know you're going to start off strong. And then Isabella Chow, who is obviously one of the best underwater swimmers in the state. You've got Stephanie Kurova going off for Patriot. You've got Caroline Kramer for Hinsdale, Bridget McGann, and Kayla Duran, all four really good breaststrokers. And then, holy cow, you got Naraki over in 7 for the B Bullets relay, who's right there. So fastest split of that group was Bridget McGann, 28.3 by over half a second. Starting to close the gap between her and Kurova. But Kayla Duran's not backing off. She's right there. Caroline Kramer's trying her best to catch back up. We got a 3-horse race right now between CWAC Academy and Patriot. So you've got Milena Buzma for Patriot. You've got Becky Rentz for Academy, and you've got Maya Arroyo for CWAC. That Academy Bullets B relay is pretty quick, too. Kelly Shortall. Oh, wow, 24-2 for Becky Rentz. Buzma 24-8, Arroyo 25-0. Well, apparently I just found out that Elizabeth Lehman down in lane 1 breathed on her first stroke off the turn. That's something that her coaches are going to have to talk to her about. Becky Rentz with a really nice fly gives the Bullets a commanding lead. Looks like Tracy's going to be swimming right next to Wilhelm of Patriot and Krasnicki from Academy. Tracy's catching some ground a little bit. 24-6, 23-5 for Tracy, 24-5 for Wilhelm. I don't know if Julieta's going to be able to catch up all that ground or not. Looks like Zuza Krasnicki is making a really big move for the second 50, and she's going to, Academy Bullets are going to come away with the win. 341.89, 342.90 for CWAC, 345.30 for Patriot, 347.56 So really good race, ladies. So shout out to Elizabeth. You know, I'm just teasing you. And her family's sitting right behind me, so yeah. All right, moving on to the last event of the night. We've got the men's 400 medley relay. A lot of the same names. A couple of different ones, but here we go. Lane 1, we've got Chicago Wolfpack. In 2, we've got Patriot Aquatic Club A. In 3, we've got FMC B. In 4, we've got Hinsdale Swim Club A. In 5, we've got Glenbrook A. In 6, we've got FMC A. In 7, we've got Hinsdale B. In 8, we've got Reach A. And in 9, we've got Academy Bullets A. So starting it off, we've got Charlie Tracy in 1, Danny Castle 2, Parker Chan 3, Vidar Karlbaum in 4, Lou Popovich in 5, Brady Johnson, who won the 100 back, in 6, Jonathan Wang from Hinsdale in 7, Jaden Heinlein from Reach in 8, and rounding it out, we've got Sean Wayner in 9. Looks like the entire CWAC team in lane 1 is sporting some ink, so to speak. A few fake tattoos. I think there might be one real one out there. But I think it's kind of fun to look at and see all the different teams and their respective ways to get going. I've never quite understood the reasoning why everybody beats themselves up before they swim, but they are a heck of a lot faster than I ever was, so I can't say anything about it. All right. Looks like Johnson and Karlbaum are the early front runners, along with Wang from Hinsdale. Oh, that's the B relay. Karlbaum and Wang are going to be, okay. That's pretty interesting. 23-8, 24-0 for Johnson and Karlbaum. Ooh, Sean Wayner, 24-2 out there in lane 9, trying to get the bullets into this. Breaststrokers in lane 1, we've got Larry Rattler. In 2, Edgar Rakowskis. In 3, Noyes Bertulis. Jaden Gamilla with his 4th swim of the night in 4. Colin Zhang, the breaststroke champ, for 205. Alex Lakin in 6. Nate Harris for Hinsdale in 7. Drew Watson for Reach in 8. And Tyler Connor in 9. You knew that starting out, FMC would have the advantage with Brady Johnson starting them off in the backstroke. And you know that Gamilla and Zhang are going to be formidable here in the breaststroke. 25-3 for Lakin, though. Fastest split of the group by far. Gamilla is starting to make a move, as is Zhang. But Alex Lakin shows no signs of really slowing down. So FMC wants this. Aaron Gergovich in 1 for Fly. Kevin Obachi in 2. Drew Rosa in 3. Henry Guo in 4. Michael Wyrocki in 5. Jeffrey Howe in 6. David Gao in 7. Danny Sanahursky in 8. And Tanner Stumpenhorst in 9. Holy Toledo. Jeffrey and those underwaters, unbelievable. 22-2, 22-3 for Wyrocki, 23-0 for Henry. Let's see what Jeffrey does on this. See if he does his patented underwaters without a breath towards the end here. Coming up, no breath, no breath. Oh, he did one breath. He's a little tired. But then you got Anchoring, you got Countryman for lane 1, Diego Rosario in 2, Max Goach in 3, Andrew Gilbert in 4, Dominic Mazurek in 5, Noah Priest 6, Brody Marset 7, Bryce Loger in 8, and Sebastian Leal in 9. This one clearly belongs to FMC. Taking second will be Glenbrook, and it looks like Hinsdale will come in third. Surprise probably over in lane 2 would be Patriot, although I don't think that's much of a surprise. With that lineup, they're pretty solid. 3:17.29, 3:19.08, 3:20.8, 3:22.7 for Patriot, 3:23.4 for Hinsdale B. CWAC 3:23.7, FMCB 3:24.4, Reach 3:26.1, and 3:26.5 for Academy. So that rounds out the evening for us, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure to talk to you tonight. Hopefully you didn't find me boring. If you have any feedback, feel free to reach out at Derek Ammerman at Derek Ammerman, DEREKAMERMAN. That's my Twitter handle, and just let me know if I'm doing a good job or not. And looks like today we've had some really solid swims, some great races. You know, some of them won by hundredths of a second, and we are looking forward to the final day of swimming tomorrow. We're going to have the 200 back, the 100 free, the 200 fly, and the mile tomorrow. Probably the most grueling day of all for everybody, but it promises to be a fun day, and we look forward to talking to you tomorrow. I'll be with my broadcast partner, the voice of Illinois swimming, Casey Noddick, and signing off tonight. This is the noise of Illinois swimming, Derek Ammerman, wishing you all a very pleasant evening. Never mind, I'm going to be handing out the awards for or I'm not handing them out, but announcing the awards for the 400 medley relays. Well, that's getting ready to hand out the awards for the 400 medley relays. Top 3 get awards. Presentation will be happening very shortly. right, here we go. The Women's 400 Medley Relay Awards. Your top three teams finishing in third place with a time of 3:45:30. Patriot Aquatic Club, the team of Annika Parkey, Stephanie Karova, Milena Busma, and Isabella Wilhelm. Finishing in second place, the Chicago Wolfpack with the team 342.90 with the team of Isabella Chow, Kayla Duran, Maya Arroyo, and Julietta Tracy. And your women's 400-yard medley relay champions with a time of 3:41:89, the team of Sadie Murphy, Bridget McGann, Becky Rentz, and Zuza Krasnicki from Academy Bullets. I just got a shout out and a point out from Bill Shawls, the meet director, is doing a great job. Bill, they're loving you here on the radio, man. All right, now we've got some music. We've got a little Beastie Boys to start out the boys' 400 Medley Relay Award. A little Sabotage by the Beastie Boys. If you guys don't know what this is, listen up. Look it up. It is a fantastic song to get motivated to. Can't go wrong with a good Beastie Boys song. If you guys don't know who the Beastie Boys is, well, you don't know music then. All right. So the boys 400 Medley Relay Awards finishing in third place with a time of 3:20.80, the team of Vidar Karlbaum, Jaden Gamilla, Henry Guo, and Andrew Gilbert, Hinsdale Swim Club A. In second place, 3:19.08, your team from Glenbrook High School District. Lou Popovich, Colin Zhang, Michael Wyrocki, and Dominic Mazurik. And your Men's 400 medley relay state champs with a time of 3:17:29. From FMC, the relay of Brady Johnson, Alex Lakin, Jeffrey Howe, and Noah Priest from FMC. So really, really nice job to those guys. Great relays, great fun watching them. Look forward to seeing how everybody does tomorrow. Again, I will sign off. I am Derek Ammerman, the noise of Illinois swimming. So you guys all have yourselves a wonderful evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. God bless.